Oh, there we
We
go.
just have to be sure that we're telling people this is not actual medical advice.
Yeah, that's it. And flyagarics in really high amounts are toxic and hurt your digestive system. But this is in such a small dose. This is what she recommended I take for my first dose, Jeremy. Oh, I literally have that little. Okay, she said about a third or a quarter.
Yeah.
And then work your way up to half. Half is about normal. I do about full because I'm wild.
How often do you do it?
Every WUFO.
Oh, cool. So
I try not to do it too much because I don't know. There hasn't been enough research into the psychedelic side of Amanita to see if it's truly like other mushrooms that are psychedelic, where you need to have like a bit of a refractory period.
Right, totally.
But then if you do them in small doses, obviously that doesn't really matter. You can take regular psilocybin every day and be good. So I think that's just one of those like tales of when you're a psychonaut, back in the 2000s, and people tell you all those wild stories. So that's probably residual from that. That's definitely where I was.
Well, I'm also excited because it's a spagyric, which, that's like alchemy, like plant alchemy, basically.
Yeah, oh my gosh. She is like magic. So guys, hello. We're gushing about the Jagged Path. We have like always been using this flagart tincture, and Jeremy just got his hands on some. I know Kai uses it. Something that we haven't like officially endorsed, but I guess you can count this as, hey, Jagged Path, we endorse this product, and we use it every WUFO.
You're coming through fuzzy. Is that just me, or is that? Do you hear that, Garrett?
Yeah.
You hear that? That sucks. I wonder what I can do. Okay. This is what I'll do.
I'll take them off.
No, it's still happening though.
Oh shoot! Let me.
You have a different mic, or?
Hold on.
While Bex is doing that, how'd it go last week? I missed it.
Good. Bex and Coco both went under. Coco, my plant in my bathroom.
Yeah.
They did talk about some things together, like
that's
something
really
about
cool.
the curvature of Earth or something. Yeah,
that's neat.
Who's here? So looks like we have a bunch of people in the chat. Hi everyone.
Alex and Kai, Janet, Maureen, David. Hi everybody. I feel like what was that old show where they would she would look at a magic mirror at the end and be like, I see David, and what was that called?
That's a good question.
Romper Room? Was that it?
Oh yeah, Romper Room. I remember
it was
that,
like a 70s Gen X probably remembers that. It's like, but it was funny because it's just first names, but I remember being a little kid and one day she's like, and I see Jeremy, and I was like, it's me. I'm on
TV. Funny. Hi everyone. How do I sound, by the way?
It's still yeah.
Okay. I'll switch devices maybe. I'm not sure. I'm doing my tablet right now. I need this one though for the Tenny sounds because I don't have my laptop.
Well, I don't think it won't be an issue when you are under, because you'll just be speaking for a few seconds at a time.
Right.
But if we're chatting, it sounds weird. I don't know. I mean, maybe people don't mind.
Yeah, I'm hearing people in the comments. I'll figure it out. Carry on.
All right. We were just talking about last week because I wasn't there, because I don't know if how many of our viewers know this, but unfortunately, after 2.5 years of putting it up, our house finally got the COVID. So that has been crappy. Yeah, to say the least.
Yep.
Please, for the love of all that's holy, mask up and get vaccinated. It has, yuck. Thankfully, thanks to everyone, and I'll probably end up coming down with it tomorrow, but so far I've been spared. But everybody else in the house is my son, thankfully, is completely fine now. He's negative, but yeah, my partner's still dealing with it. So it sucks. Boo.
Yeah, it does suck. I'm sorry that you guys had to deal with it. Of course, it would happen like 2.5 years, like all this time, and you think that you're almost through.
Yeah.
But I am like on team Jeremy's not gonna get it. I just got hopes.
I appreciate that, but my superstitious side doesn't let me like say anything like that without qualifiers.
Oh goodness, that's really how it is. That's interesting for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some more. I'm on my last dose, by the way. I gotta order some more.
Oh. Alex commented if there's a wire plugged into the tablet headphone socket, there might be dust or something in there.
No, this is an iPad. I don't have any sort of headphone because I use Bluetooth.
Oh yeah. Do you use
but
like
it's like
do you have any of that canned air?
What is it?
Do you have that any of that canned air stuff that like you know?
You know what? I don't think I do. I can get some though. I just yeah, it's on a stand and everything. I'm wondering if it's like my soda crackling, but if it's my audio. Yeah.
No,
this is the same setup I use every week. This sucks.
No.
I don't know how to fix it, but I could just hang on or I can do my phone. I don't know if it's it's not much of an issue because I can't hear it.
Ooh, well, bummer, but it's not like so over. I mean, you know, it's fine. We'll be fine. We'll deal.
I'm cool with whatever. Yeah, we have like.
Oh, we have a new person, Ashley. Hi.
Oh, hey, Ashley. This is like our live contact session. Yeah, so we can do the elevator pitch and everything. If you're new, like Ashley, this is Nilo. Sorry. I got his comment. It was really funny, and I just got off the tracks conversationally. So thanks for that. Yeah, so WUFO was started a whopping 26 weeks ago now, back in January, and it was the three of us here plus Madeline Kelly. We founded it based off of a single tweet about John Keel and the Mothman prophecies. We just felt like it was something that was missing and something that was needed within the community. We wanted to do some sort of virtual event, something reoccurring, but we also love the idea of like collectively doing the same thing but with distance and how that act can be unifying. And then it kind of snowballed into like, what do we do on cloudy nights? Like, you know, we have 9 months of cloudy weather here, so you know, unfortunately started it then, and we got really creative, which led to the live contact session, which led to a lot of really cool things. And here we are. So welcome. We look for UFOs at 10 our time, but we ask you come join us, and we try to contact aerial entities, is what we like to call them, because we're inclusive like that. We would be just as happy talking to birds as we would like a full-blown gray alien. Yeah. That's WUFO, guys. Ashley, we're stoked to have you.
Yeah, where are you from, Ashley? What part of the world? If you want to share, we're trying to get people from all over the world to go out, look outside at 10 p.m. So
yeah,
we have someone from Australia, which is awesome. So
yeah,
yes, we do.
super awesome.
So cool.
Do we have? We want to talk about who are asking people to donate to this week?
Yeah. So this week, every single week, actually, we have created this like donate link, and every week we'll choose a different fund for y'all to donate money towards. Because WUFO is completely free, if you're able, of course. But because, you know, we do all of this with the effort and the intention of being as open source as possible, we think that those resources that could pay for this can go somewhere else. So wufo.watch/donate is how you'll get there, but we'll also just tell you about the fund. So this week it's a local organization, and it's called Mary's Place. And this is a location who helps families, often women and children, escape abusive situations, escape neglectful, unnurturing situations, and it helps them also rehabilitate and be able to be independent and empowered enough to then have a home of their own. A lot of these people that they do help are unfortunately houseless, and so they really focus on children, especially. Mary's Place, go check them out, since 1999. So thanks, Mary and friends.
Yeah.
That's some good work.
Yeah, and that's local to Seattle, to the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if they're out of Seattle, but
I think so. That's true. Yeah. If we could do more than one link, we would. But maybe this is like your sign to reach out to your local, women's / family shelter, and maybe throwing money that way if you want to support something more local.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Cheers to all you guys. I lost my sugar packet. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if I told you guys, this is like just granulated sugar and like weed oil. But it's something that you're supposed to be able to put in like tea and things, and it's like an alternative to just like smashing candy. So we're trying, but it's still sugar. Can't get over the sugar part, I guess. So anyways. Oh my goodness. Oh, so we were talking about last week, right? Did we actually get anywhere with that, dude? Like we were
a little
just
bit.
I mean, okay. Yeah, we did like story time. We just got really reminiscent.
Yeah.
Remember that time we went to Walker and
Oh, that's awesome.
time we thought we saw Bigfoot. Someone sent Garrett a dream. We just reminisced a bit, and it's officially been more than a year since Starvation Heights, our investigation together, and then our Walker Ames anniversary is coming up on the 13th of August. So let's add some to the books. Let's get some more going.
We're gonna do it. Yeah,
we are, and it'll be great.
we have some interesting things in the works right now that we probably can't talk too much about yet.
Oh yeah, we got to be those people, huh? We got things to tell you, but we can't.
We
don't.
That's what happens when you do things. Oh my goodness.
I'm wondering if there's anyone out there who wants to call in and give a report from their location. We've never done this. Well, we did that kind of one time, pre-planned.
Yeah,
but we kind of did a call out earlier. If anyone wants to, it's really easy. You can do it from your phone, even. So
yeah, you don't even have to have your face on if you don't want to.
Send us. What would be the easiest way for them? Like, comment on the post or send Liminal Earth a DM on Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, just a DM, because we have to send you a private link. So if we were to like blast it in the comments, we don't know who would join.
Everybody else.
I mean,
you get it. You've seen some of the weirdos.
we could get someone interesting that way. Maybe kind of.
I mean,
roll the dice.
Interesting unless you're a lady, then it gets.
That's
stupid.
true.
Tweet it out. Just tweet out a link.
Just tweet out a link.
Come on,
we really want the entirety of Twitter in on this, you guys, for sure.
What was that? Oh, remember chat roulette? Oh boy.
Oh, that's rough. But it still exists.
Is this real? Oh, you should do WUFO on chat roulette.
I don't want to ever go on chat roulette. What are you talking about? It's a horrifying place for women.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
No, I know you're joking.
I played a show in like a terrible noise band, and we put up a projector, and we projected chat roulette. And we just switched through and just like made tons of noise and like I remember there's this kid just eating a sandwich going like, your band sucks, and he just sat there and like ate a sandwich while we played. It was amazing.
You're still listening to it.
Yeah, he stayed there the whole time.
I loved with like teeny bopper bands would be on Omega chat roulette, and they would like randomly pop on, and you'd be like, oh my gosh. I loved when like musicians did that.
Right.
All the rappers and stuff. It's the best.
Totally.
Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put it in my drink.
Jeremy.
I'm just putting it in my drink. That's all.
That's what I
That's
welcome. Sure.
Just that much.
I like took the bottle because it was my last dose. I just like dumped it. So this is like a tincture, and I think she just makes it with like Everclear. It's definitely grain alcohol, yeah, water, and then fly agate caps. But it's just such a low dose. It's supposed to be for meditation, for grounding, and then it has a very long folkloric and magical history too. So this is like our intended purpose for this. And so it's cool when you're like, you need a little assistance trying to contact things in the sky. Yeah. It's perfect.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
I have can I do a quick show and tell? When we have that? I have a couple of things I just wanted to show everybody. So a few weeks ago, I can't remember how many weeks ago now, we did this kind of experiment. We tried to summon an aerial entity into a vessel. And we did it through this little ritual found in like the cunning folk tradition of the Mediterranean and Europe area. And we did this. Basically, we took our UFO water. So if those of you who might not know, one of the things we do on WUFO is we take water and we leave it outside. So it's like making moon water, except it's for the aerial entities that pass over to just beam their energies down into. And so we took that water and then we used that to kind of kickstart a fermentation process, with the idea that the spirit or aerial entity we were inviting into the vessel would make its presence known through fermentation and by showing off like those bubbles. And that when, the vessel started, like it stopped bubbling, that meant that, the spirit was like, okay, I'm gone. And part of our whole, like one of our approaches to our foundational approaches to everything is like, be nice to entities. And traditionally when you're doing this kind of thing, it's like, I command the spirit in the name of blah, blah, blah to enter into this, like upon pain of punishment. But we thought, well, why? That's like not chill. So why don't we like make it nice and like a kind of a nice place for them to hang out? And like ask them in instead of like trying to command them like a bunch of jerks. So anyhow, long story short, we did that. And how long ago was that? Do you guys remember even when?
At least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
So here's mine, and I still have bubbles. I still have them.
It's still
so my spirit is still in here.
Wow.
Right? I told you he's gonna move in.
I know. Well, that's okay, because like it's the spirit of it was a mercurial spirit, and it was designed sort of for the idea of like enhancing communication. Right. And I've had quite a few instances since I did that where it kind of had that impact in my, like, I've noticed a few things in my life that are like, oh, that probably wouldn't have happened before I did this little ritual and invited him in. Maureen says, let him free. He can go free anytime he wants. I open the bottle all the time. Like,
you gotta burp it.
That's totally fine.
We should do it again. Like maybe next week we could do another round of it.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, if anybody wants to, let's do that. Next week we'll do more.
So everyone should make moon water if you can tonight. Just leave water or UFO water.
Yeah. Leave a vessel of water out, preferably uncovered if you can. It might get some bugs or something in it, but so check this out.
Yes, show us.
The other thing I wanted to. Oh, did you want to say something else about?
I was just gonna say I was trying to figure out if I was gonna be here for WUFO next week or not, and I'm like, I am, because the trip is Thursday to Tuesday. So like Wednesday, I'll be here, but I'm going to like Alaska next weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, just like an extended weekend visit. That's way past due. So, I'll be in Alaska, and I'm gonna see how many film cameras I can sneak on a little seaplane.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tonight is the supermoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tonight it'll be extra potent. It'll be moon water.
Yeah, because our side quest is watching the full moonrise. But then we learn about Capricorn and how it's like, is a Capricorn moon, but like, and then Maitland was kind enough to explain all of that in their latest post with WUFO post. So check that out. But we're watching the full moon rise tonight, and it's supposed to be the most super full moon of the year.
And it's supposed to be right around 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow. I'm excited because my lake nearby is just now like swimmable temperature. And so how WUFO is it to go swim where the stars are reflecting, you know? So in the moon.
Totally.
I'm gonna go swim in the moonlight water. Oh, Garrett, you're like, we went to that lake last summer together. I forgot about that. We like reached out to like the water entity at the lake, and we were trying to figure out what was up. And we got like a really cool message from reading cards and things. It was cool. Do you remember that?
Yeah, there's like a spirit that
Yeah,
people see there sometimes.
yeah, so there's like a couple I got a report from someone in the neighborhood saying that they would see a woman in white above the water, and it would be on foggy nights, or it would be like after midnight, you know. It was very like archetypal story. But I was talking to Katie, and I was developing a theory of like maybe this is like something that she encountered during her time at Hunt Me, and it was like a water guardian spirit of sorts. Maybe not an elemental spirit, but something protecting this body of water. And then literally her experience was it lashing out at people because the river was so polluted. And you and I were hanging out, and we're like finding beer bottles in the water, and like the water was just really gross. There was like this toxic algae bloom and things. And so we're reading these cards, and it's talking about like a memorial, and it's talking about like being unhappy like with its current state. And then the conversation flows, and we start discussing like an event of sorts that's like a memorial, but then it's like a community effort cleanup situation. And I also like believe that they wanted me to plant like these aquatic plants that help filter the water too. And so I did that, and community cleanup will happen. That's what I thought. I was like, I'm gonna have to plan this. Well, no, because literally all spring they've been cleaning it up. They had like a bulldozer, they're cleaning the beach, they cleaned the water, like it's beautiful now, it's crystal clear. And so like I'm like super stoked right now because I'm hanging out at this water more, and it feels different. And I remember last summer, like that intense energy of like, ugh, this is disgusting, and like, you know, it's just not happy. And so the beach cleanup happened, and now everything feels really great there, and I'm just so excited to soak it up. But I feel like that may potentially be like a really cool way for that lake to kind of be known. I don't know. Like it's a haunted lake that you think is just like this regular archetype that you hear in all of these small areas all over the country. But then when you dig into it, it's like, oh no, was some of this like human caused? And how is there anything that we can do to make it right? And it feels different. It feels different. And I love it there, and I want to be there all the time now. So yeah. Interesting. I forgot that Garrett was involved in that, so that's why I dove a little deeper there. Like,
yeah.
More
it reminds me of it's Spirited Away again. I know we've mentioned that a lot of times, but like that scene in the bath where like, you know, they pull the junk out, and the stink spirit ends up actually being like a river spirit, and it's really cool. Very cool.
That's another one of our like not official sponsorships.
Yeah.
It's like the Liminal Earth starter pack.
Yeah. Which you haven't seen it yet though, right, Garrett?
No, I haven't.
Well then.
We should do a virtual watch party.
Yeah.
That
would be
people doing that on Twitter all the time. I don't know how to set it up, but that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking about that recently with Katie and Jess too, because Katie and Beck's show, we want to do like little segments, you know, and that would be one of them, is like a highlights from Katie and I watching something terrible together. But it all being recorded, so it's like you're watching it with us. But We don't have the tech or bandwidth for all that, so we're just gonna edit it and throw it on there. But yeah, so I think that we should have like maybe a patron thing or something, where y'all can come. We can all watch something together in the same browser. How does that work?
Yeah, well, we'll have to look into it.
Yeah,
cool. Awesome. Not my wheelhouse. Okay, so you guys had like a few things that are like breaking news for sky people. So feel free to pop off on. There's a couple of things I can just like the new space photos, the Duncan story, and then remote beaming science class.
Yeah. Also, real quick,
what content?
Yeah, I wanted to add to that. I was organized because I've been housebound for like a week and a half, and so I've been trying to do a little decluttering. And look what I found today.
Whoa,
Jeremy!
The final issue
of the final issue of Weekly World News. It's from 2007.
Collector's item right on the thing. They knew
I
it.
now sell on eBay tomorrow.
How much would you get for that? And would it be worth not being able to just, flex it whenever you want?
But the pictures on the back of this thing are hilarious. I'm going to see if you can see this. There's like Bigfoot in a lake with a beach ball.
That's your sign. That's your sign, Bex.
There it is.
Oh my god!
You gotta go in the lake like Bigfoot there.
Kangaroo Godzilla, like with a baby kangaroo inside of the Godzilla baby pouch.
We have a Liminal Earth report that is an aquatic Bigfoot north of Bremerton.
That's right.
And that's in that little sound between Seattle and Blake Island and everything. Someone thought they saw an aquatic Bigfoot. What?
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And it's in the magazine. I mean, come on, guys.
I know, right? Baby delivered inside avocado.
What? This is
classic.
I loved that so much as a kid.
It's so great, yeah.
God.
Oh man, it's so good. I'm gonna have to go through and just read this whole thing cover to cover again at some point.
You're gonna have to scan it for.
Oh yeah.
I would mail all the people on the back too, all these weird classifieds and.
Yeah.
One time I had wrote letters to the Socialist Party of the United States or something, and we got mail back, and my mom was like, "What are you doing?" She got really scared. I mean, that's so funny.
Mom.
Yeah, it's just from the Weekly World News.
Oh my gosh, did you guys see Alex's comment here? Tenny was talking about aquatic Bigfoot in his interview for BCC today. Aquatic Bigfoot's in the air. Ooh. I wonder. That would have been cool if he would have brought up the maps. He probably hasn't read that one. Ooh, because I was it was one that I only found because I was looking in proximity. So I feel like it's not something that would just pop up. It's something that you almost have to. It's something that you only see if you're looking in the area. I don't know.
Wild.
Maybe it's a fun sync, a group fun sync just happened.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
That's all my show and tell. I couldn't. I had to share that because
that's amazing. I mean, and now we know why, right? That's great.
Yeah, exactly. There it is.
There it is.
Garrett, do you want to talk about that? The Seattle, Mr. M or whatever, the UFO sighting that Rob pointed us to.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to tell the story a little bit better. I could tell the second half, but
so our friend Rob Christofferson, you're a UFO guy who does Our Strange Skies. Fantastic podcast. If you don't listen, you absolutely should. In our Discord, he mentioned that he was looking up UFO stories and found this interesting one from Seattle. And he had it, I think it might have just been from a MUFON report or something. It was just a typed out index card. And it was just witness describes being taken to a field and seeing a craft and, near the Ballard neighborhood in Seattle. And it said it was mentioned in the Seattle Times, which at the time I think was the Seattle Daily Times, and it gave the author's name. So I actually went into the Times archives and found the story, and it's way stranger than you just see on that little index card. So this guy was a mechanic,
It was 1966, I think.
1966. The guy's a mechanic, and I'm going to try and remember to tell the story right. Some of this might be paraphrased, and I might not get exactly the details right, but yeah, we shared the article in the Discord. So if you're in the Discord, go into our UFO, the WUFO channel, and you can find it. But the guy was working on a car, and he heard somebody made an offhand comment about life on other planets, and somebody else laughed it off. But one of the other customers there was like, I'm not laughing about this because like I'm from another planet, basically. And it turned out that it turned out that this person was like a well-known local Seattle, not, I wouldn't say celebrity, but some well-to-do Seattle citizen, and he only went by like Mr. M. And he said, I'm an alien. I've been here on Earth for like 25 years. My wife doesn't even know. And he typed up all these, typed a couple of letters up. And I don't know if the mechanic guy, if he didn't really, he was just like, whoa, like that's really weird. But then a little bit later, this guy basically sends someone to him and says, hey, I need somebody to drive this oil. Like I need somebody to deliver this oil out into the middle of this field. And so he gets in his truck with these barrels of oil or whatever. And he says like, I don't know for sure that it was oil. And he went out into the middle of this field, and there was like somebody with a craft of some kind. And, he says like, I'm a mechanic, and, I got to look at the craft. And the way he described it was interesting, because he says it looked more like the technology level of like a helicopter than like what you would assume a spacecraft or something would be. It wasn't a helicopter, but like mechanically to him, it had that same level of technology. And then like he actually talked to this person, and like the occupant of the craft was like telling him about how the Soviets had a couple of failed missions to the moon that were totally secret and had actually crashed on the moon, and nobody knew about that yet. And that the first time visitors from this planet had visited Earth was like in the late 1700s. And then the part that I thought was really interesting and cool, it was like the person who was, the occupant of the craft was basically saying like, we don't have any super special technology or cures for anything. We're not like an advanced civilization. We just happen to be able to like visit other planets, and like we need their resources. And I think they were looking for like magnesium or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, I guess it's fairly standard, got in the craft and it tootled off, and that was that. And then, so I guess this newspaper guy, columnist, a regular columnist in the Seattle Times, found out about the story and wrote it up. And it's
there's even like symbols from like inside the craft.
There's symbols like, and you can see them printed. And I was looking at them, and to me they almost look like a number system.
Yeah.
There's like 1, 2, 3, and then some other ones that were from the instrument panel or whatever.
Sure.
But so Garrett, like you should take.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I was trying to see if there's anything more from this author, the author from the Seattle Times, and I was Googling around, and I found this was written in 1966, and I found the guy, and he was celebrating his 90th birthday in 2016, after having retired from the Seattle Times for working there for freaking ever, apparently. And I kept Googling. I was like, wow. So he's, that's like 8 years ago, or 6 years ago, but maybe he's still alive. And I kept searching on Facebook, and I found him at a retirement community playing harmonica, this video of him playing harmonica. And so I was like, what? So I've written to the retirement community, and they've got back to me, and they're going to get me in touch with this author from the Seattle Times who wrote all this up, met the mechanic, and hopefully I'm going to see if like he remembers anything about who this mechanic was, because it's called kind of anonymous in this article.
Yeah.
But like maybe he has a hint to who Mr. M is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like what his take on it, if he remembers the story still, if it was just silly to him, and does he not even remember it anymore?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I couldn't believe that we can actually maybe get more information from this story.
It's what his name is, with Don Dunlop, was that it?
Duncan, I think Duncan. Yeah, and it's so cool that the way I found him is this video of him performing at a retirement home playing harmonica. Like I really want to go visit him in person and also have him play harmonica for me. That's my goal.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Maybe he can help us summon the orcas.
Because
I'm convinced that harmonicas work, and it might because of Free Willy.
Yeah, totally.
If you have questions, go check out our TikTok. No, that's I love that so much.
Yeah.
I want to just. I have so many questions, like Mr. M. So he was like well known around Seattle.
Yeah.
Did he just like announce often that he was an alien, or was this a very specific "I'm offended, so I'm gonna let you rip"? Who heard? How did the word spread? Like, how does Seattle react to a resident alien?
Yeah. What was the response to this story at the time? What did people, when they read this, what did they?
Yeah. Oh, you know what that would be? We should look at letters to the editor from like the next few days.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Times.
Sure.
I didn't even think about doing that, but yeah, we totally should.
Kai, you're definitely right. Like, we are 100%. You know me, I'm trying to figure out how to film that. I'm gonna film that all sorts of ways. If we have permission, of course. Of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Otherwise, this will just be like a really cute, intimate thing for us. But we shall see. That's our intention.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah,
I wish that we didn't have like such a crazy time difference with like Adler and folks on the East Coast, because Adler is single-handedly the most excited person I know about the new space photos.
Yes.
Like, it's like given her life. And so yeah, I wish that Adler was awake right now. So everyone, appreciation for Adler's space posts. Love them so much. But I want to like talk about the space photos and just gush, because we've all been able to virtually gush, but they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. These new photos. I think my favorite thing that I've seen outside of the photo is like someone took a close-up picture of like that black sparkly granite. It's like
like kitchen countertop stuff.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyways, yeah, we live at like a really cool moment in history where we were able to photograph like this farthest point, and the photograph's so beautiful. And here I was thinking that the Hubble telescope was like the shit.
Yeah.
And here this other camera comes, like done.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Did you see this site where it has a slider? Like it has the Hubble picture and the new ones, and you have the slider that can slide them back and forth. That's really cool. I tweeted it out, I think yesterday. Okay. I retweeted it. So yeah, that's really cool. Though. But apparently the guy it's named for was like awful.
I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, like he was involved in like ferreting out like, you know, the gays under Eisenhower's administration or something, like finding them in the government and making sure they got fired or something. Like,
well, I hope that he got some.
Right?
Fuck that guy.
That sucks.
Well, but here's the thing. It's now been renamed after Katie Webb. I think that this issue is like...
Right. I like it. Yeah.
From now on.
Yes.
Katie Webb telescope. Done.
Yeah. Back in the early days of Liminal Earth, actually probably when we were Liminal Seattle still, we did virtual like black hole tours.
Yeah.
And that website, it's still up, where we tried to like come up with a way that people could, it was when there was that like the first ever clearest picture taken of a black hole like a year or two ago. And we did this idea of like basically kind of remote viewing mixed with like a hypnagogic meditation to try and like actually take a tour of the black hole. There's a contact form there too. I don't even know where the responses to that go.
I know.
Oh, we should go see if we have any. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we could do something like
Patreon.
that with these new ones.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was thinking about that last night when I saw the pictures, and I was reading a bunch of stuff, and just kind of like really people are really being able to convey like the enormity of the universe or whatever, and just like, you know, the whole speck of sand in your hand is like what you're looking at, and just how far away things are. And I remember I saw someone say something, and you know, take this with a grain of salt, I guess, but just like we've only been doing radio for I don't know what 100 years or whatever, a little bit more, and those first signals from our radio like haven't really traveled that far away from us, and like there's just so much further, like impossibly infinite further from us. And like it made me feel like we can't even communicate with other things out there through means like that, you know. And so then I got back to this black holes tour thing. Like maybe we really need to like figure out how to communicate and turn. Is there some kind of speak on subspace with our brains? You know, like how they do in Star Trek, like to talk to these other places all over the universe. And I was wondering about like these side quests that we do, if we could somehow create something so that we can go outside, actually find like these stars or whatever, but then also remote view to them or do some other kind of connection, because it made me feel like so sad that we can't like connect like through like a radio or something, you know, some other way. So like, can we do it with our minds?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's worth the shot, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Love it.
It made me think of that perspective torture device from Hitchhiker's Guide. That's true. Yeah. Like the torture. Do you guys know that from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? There's this like torture device where it puts you inside of like a device that shows you your actual place in the universe with a little like arrow that says you are here. And most of the people who are entities who are put in it, like it just totally, it's torturous to them to know like how insignificant they are in the grand scheme of things. And of course, in the story, like one of the protagonists is put in it and is like, oh yeah, cool, I'm the most important thing in the universe. Man, I miss Douglas Adams. I bet he would be awesome if he was still around.
Man. Oh, Kai brought up if you're in our Discord, or if you want to be, let us know. But there's a free remote viewing masterclass that someone had shared.
Lori Williams, yeah. I signed up for that same class too, and did it. And it's all I got it's email based. Okay. And there's videos, and unfortunately I only got a chance to do 2 before we got COVID swamped here at the house. So, but the 2 that I did were really cool, and I totally want to try it again sometime. So, yeah,
awesome. It'd be cute if we could all do it together.
No, I think it'd be like a fun thing. Like we all try to go there.
Yeah,
like pick spots. Go, you know, get a buddy, like a buddy system, and then we go. Maybe that's why they travel in 2.
It's the
buddy system. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
I gotta pull a card now.
Yeah. Somebody tell Rob and Jason.
Yes.
They're just doing the same thing. They're remoting down to us, and they have buddies.
That could very well be it.
Oh my gosh. Buddies.
Holy moly. That's awesome.
The Venusians. Ooh, romance and empathy. Oh, what the world needs.
That's a little more than buddies.
Yeah, it's a little more than
There's a certain kind of buddy.
You can be that buddy if you want, but it should probably be consensual. It should probably have good communication. The pairs, cool. Venusians. Let's see what that means. Cute. Oh, there's some cherubs in there too. Nice. Anyways. Yes.
Oh, Janet got the lovers as well.
Nice.
All right, now I'm gonna have to pull.
Yeah, I'm pulling too.
Now I'm gonna have to do it.
Everyone pull.
Everyone just
Alchemy
let the
back
cards
then.
rip. We just gotta like get to the bottom of this because we're just flowing with epiphanies. Oh my goodness.
It's Epiphany night.
Epiphany night here at WUFO. Aw. That makes me want us to have like a little like rinky-dink bar or something. We can do this.
Yeah.
Do this at a karaoke night.
Can you talk about the Golden Mom thing yet?
Oh, we did. We kind of did last week.
Oh, you did last week? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we talked about like our experiences and stuff around that.
Yeah.
And that the woman that it happened to reached out.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know if you talked about.
Okay.
And so I've been talking to her some more, and we're gonna try to meet up to do a interview.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe go back to the Golden Mom.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that Jim Perry will be joining us for that. And for a couple of things.
Yeah. Oh, the Two of Cups.
The Two of Cups. Love this.
Nice.
Love this energy. What is it? What does it mean? Buddy system. I like it.
Are you kidding me?
Shit. Oh.
What'd you get?
It's a very comforting card.
You got the alchemy.
I got the
alchemy
lovers.
You guys.
That's creepy.
I got the lovers.
I got
Ooh, the Ouroboros.
very comforting to me. Infinity Eternal.
I think there's obviously something to this buddy system thing. That's way too many things to not be able to.
But what?
Yeah. What else does the lovers mean?
You can like just make us all pull the same cards, but like why? We need to know the why. We're chasing the why.
What else is the lie? I mean, the lovers is pretty. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I got this King of Wands.
King of Wands.
King of Wands.
That's a nice cape.
Nice. Oh yeah, I need a cape like that.
Oh yeah.
The checkerboard inside.
I think people should wear capes more often. Like people need to get into capes.
Oh, Amber made it! Yay! I was wondering if they were going to be able to make it. The world.
Just partnership.
So can we hold hands?
I just noticed my name. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, John, I didn't know that his BCC interview is today. Huh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know when that was going to be. At least, anyways.
Yeah, the love is
it's funny.
Partnership, like commingling of opposites. You know,
Six of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Doing some funky shuffles. Oh, these are like my faves.
Are you looking up the king?
Yeah.
I got the Andromedas. Can't read that backwards. Andromedans. Autonomy, free will, and manifestation. Okay. Let's see what these mean. Venus, sister planet.
I'm not sure I have any insight on that. Maybe someone else does.
The King of Wands? Is that what you got? Like a tall, redheaded dude.
Caption forward.
That's right. No, it's like passion. Like the wands are the like passion, energy. Like cups are more emotions, but like wands are like fire is the element associated with them. Oh, that's nice. Kai's the Six of Pentacles wants you to give back to your community because if we all have each other's backs, then we will always be taken care of. It's so true.
That was the kind of the message of the lake spirit in a way too.
The
importance of community and wow. Found out that the Venusians live in the astral realm.
Oh, all right.
How do they know all this? This was so I'm reading like their backstory and I'm like, how do they know all of this? This is wild. I'm just trying to find like a metaphor here and I'm just getting a lot of like information about this species.
Janet drew the King of Wands earlier too.
Huh. One thing it said, I didn't know if it was reversed or not, but that one did say that if it's reversed, it means that you have some big thing ahead of you and you can't go alone.
Huh.
So, but I don't know if it was reversed or not. But that was one thing that stuck out to me.
Yeah,
it's like it said it was about like charisma and kind of like, you know, stepping out onto some big project.
Yeah. You know, I never use reversed when I do readings.
Yeah, you used to always
Yeah, I just always go with a you know, and to me it's like it's more contextual, like what's on either side. Right. I think like big picture and stuff. I think it's totally cool to do reverse too. I just like
it's your style.
Yeah, that's my style.
Everyone's got a reading style.
Like a swag king, harnessing creativity and leadership. Yeah. That's really funny way to Queen of Wands.
Okay. I found out that this card can represent the consuming or swallowing of external information and experiences that then travel into the inner unseen realms of existence.
It's a lot to chew on.
Some metaphorical jerky.
That's tonight's snack. Metaphorical jerky.
I'm gonna
mouth's watery.
I'm gonna generate a sentence because Alex just gave me some new books from my sentence generator.
That's awesome. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So the sentence I just got was this.
Oh yeah, with your automated one.
Yeah. Let's see.
We're all in pins and needles.
I don't know if it's. Oops, that's not it. Actually, that's last week's. Oops, there we go.
You just did 5?
I think it just, if it can't find a word, it skips it.
Oh. 1959.
Yeah, what happened in 1959?
I don't know. For UFOs? I don't know.
Here's another one. So cool. He also, I'm just wanting to get a bunch of books to put in there and make weird sentences.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, there were a lot. Like all I can find is a ton. We'll have to ask Rob. Like, were there any notable UFO?
And he'll know.
He'll know off the top of his head.
Off the top of his head. Y'all, listen. Appreciation moment for Rob Christopherson.
Yeah.
His memory is incredible, and he just is a resource.
That's a good sentence.
Knows everything.
So the book that I'm using is We Met the Space People by the Mitchell sisters. That's the one Alex gave me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I totally forgot to mention?
What?
We are going to be at the Chehalis Flying Saucer Party.
Oh, yeah.
September. So there's a Chehalis, Washington. It's the airport where Kenneth Arnold took off from before he saw the famous UFOs over the flying saucers over Mount Rainier.
Mm-hmm.
And a few years back, they started doing a flying saucer party. And Garrett and I were at the first one, and it was a lot of fun. We just tabled, but we met a lot of cool people and had some interesting experiences. But then, COVID happened, and anyhow, they're doing it again this year. And Bex and I are going. We want to try and rope Jim Perry into going with us too.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we might be hosting a town hall and doing like a live aerial contact session. I should say, COVID willing.
COVID willing, absolutely, and like willing on if we can do if everything works out logistically with doing a contact session with the crowd. We've never done anything like that. That's been more than people. So,
well, that's why I think maybe doing one at the Mima Mounds would be cool.
I know it. It's like that's an active mystery. Like the most convincing thing that we have is like massive prehistoric badgers. What? That's the best you have. Come on.
So if you're curious about it, you can go to flying saucerparty.org. And all the information's there. The Lewis County Historical Museum puts it on. It's actually a really cool little local museum. Haunted too. They do ghost tours and stuff in that museum. There's some haunted artifacts, and it's a nice area. So if you're in this region, September 17th.
It would be cool. We have to learn, I think, more. Like, I haven't been to the event yet, so maybe this is just my lack of knowledge on it talking, but like, is there anything that like people do after an event? Is it something that you like go out to dinner after, or is it like something that goes late? Because I'm like, it would be cool to do like a community like dinner or something after with people who are offering to come up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to spend time with friends outside of the event.
I don't know what's going to happen as far as that goes, but okay. I know last time I think they did. We weren't able to make it, but I think they did. But yeah, we'll have to look into that a little bit. But our friend Vince Inzunza from Pacific North Weird is going to be there. Chanel Shands, who's actually Kenneth Arnold's granddaughter, is going to be there speaking. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. I think it'll be cool.
It's a cool little town. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be cool to do like a segment of our town hall or whatever on like what we've learned doing 20, 30, some odd, whatever it'll be by then, weeks of trying to contact entities and the things that have been created along the way, I guess, kind of thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah, September 17th, Chehalis, Washington, flying-saucer-party.org. Yeah. I just totally spaced mentioning that. Well, that actually applies. So let's talk.
It does. That's going to be such a cool event. I'm really excited for this event, and I hope that people can make it out.
One of the things I like about it, that I liked about it last time, is that the people who were involved in it, like organizing it and everything, were like so cool. They're just really nice, really laid back, just nice people. I really thought it was nice. So nice.
Perfect. It's good to know. We got some nice ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
So did we want to do like a little session before it got too late?
Yeah.
Sure.
What are we looking like? How are we feeling tonight? This stuff's definitely kicking in for me. I'm just riding it. I'm just feeling a little buzzed. So it's the perfect time for me. But I'm cool with doing whatever you guys want to do as well.
Do you we don't have Coco with us tonight, do we?
No, not tonight.
Yeah. Can you tell anybody about the other thing that happened with the thing we're getting?
I think so.
Yeah, why not, huh?
Yeah, so someone from Plant Wave wrote to us. And so Plant Wave makes the biodata sonification unit. That sounds so mouthful. They make biodata sonification unit that's like kind of like more, I think it's more geared towards consumer base or whatever, so like it's pretty easy to set up and like just start playing with it and making music by hooking it to your plants, and your plants will make music. And so they wrote to us and said like, hey, we saw you made this thing to make your plants talk. That's really cool. Do you want to try Plant Wave? And so they're sending us one to mess with, and they're giving me a way to like work on adding sounds to their like phone app, so that maybe you could just hook your Plant Wave and have it start talking. So I'm gonna play with that too when I get it. Pretty exciting that they're and I learned a lot about like Plant Wave, and the one that I have is like made by this guy named Sam, and they actually used to work together, the people from Plant Wave and him, and they worked on this together, and they still are like friends and work together, but Sam's just really focused on other things, and like also like DIY projects and like building your own kind of thing, and then they're trying to make this really easy to use setup, consumer thing. So it's cool that like I'm gonna try to get this working with both of these kinds of things, you know. So if you want to homebrew it and build it yourself, or just get a plant wave, so I'm excited that they're sending it to me. And we're gonna have 2 to play with. Maybe get 2 plants talked into each other, and I think that will be really interesting.
And I have some thoughts related to musical tones, like even just the music side of things, based on like classical, magical traditions from the ancient Mediterranean area. But that's definitely a discussion for a totally different time. So.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Let's like put it on the agenda for next week.
That sounds awesome.
I can't wait. I've been texting about it, but like I can't wait.
Yeah.
For other people to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So like I guess I haven't like wrapped my head around the fact that like I'm gonna go to Alaska next week, and I get to see the place, like my home where my dad lives, and it is single-handedly one of like the most active UFO places I've ever lived. And I have friends that are in like the local tribe, and so they're like, listen, we think we know where the base is, we're going. And I'm like, okay.
What? Okay, you gotta film that.
They're so wild. Like the activity is wild. And it's like almost every night you'll hear about someone seeing something. And I used to work at the video store / like convenience store that was on the fishing dock. So I would always catch people, like the bar was above me too. So they would like be leaving the bar, going to their boats, and like get a couple of, you know, DVDs and snacks. So I would always hear the craziest shit. And I developed a really cool friendship with this guy named Elmer, and he was one of the elders in the Haida tribe there on the island. And he just told me the craziest stories, or the wildest stories, and like basically told me that the Haida tribe on Prince of Wales Island, Alaska, believes that there's an underwater alien base, and it's just like accepted, and they'll see it glowing sometimes, they'll see this, that, and the other. And then that's like alien stuff. There's a cryptid that is half otter, half person, and they lead you into the woods to get lost, and then you die. And then there's Bigfoot. Obviously, that's 100% where Expedition Bigfoot's going next, is like the area right around where my dad's island is, if not the island. And I'm convinced that my dad is withholding Bigfoot information from me, and we're gonna have a talk about it.
You gotta put a flashlight in his face and get him down in the chair. And you're gonna
I'm gonna lock him in his like studio apartment, and we're gonna have a talk. No, so the reason I say that is because my dad is like the person on the island if you want to go hiking. He knows everywhere. He's explored all the public land. He has like 9 mineral mines. He's a geologist. And so he is constantly in the woods. And if there is anybody that would have an experience, it would be this man. But this man will also deny something that he is looking at. So like, it's the most difficult situation. I'm sure you guys get it. Parents are rough, but he's talked to the Finding Bigfoot people were there, and they were like, surely, like he tells them all of what I just said, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're the guy. He's like, yeah, but I don't got nothing. Like, how can you do that, Dad? That's yeah. So anyways, that's what I'm working on next weekend. Very important. So I'll be doing I'll be filming a lot of TikTok footage around, maybe Elmer's still around. I would love to go talk to Elmer.
Yeah.
The otter I would love to have, like my friend Madison is someone who would be really good to talk about that. She also does First People's Crafts, and she will she'll forage stuff and then turn it into like a bow or different things. So if you're interested in wildcrafting, like maybe Madison is someone y'all need to connect with. Anyways, this is next week for me, so get ready.
Exciting.
Yeah.
It'll be after next week's WUFO is where I'll leave, and yeah, lots of adventures. Yeah.
We should probably do the sesh, huh?
Yeah.
We have so much to talk about. I mean,
we did. Jeremy's gone 1 week, and we're just like,
it's true.
We're all integral pieces to the WUFO puzzle. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Do we have a like an intention or something?
I think that it would be cool to start maybe trying to do the remote viewing for the star. Where we could do the full moon tonight, since that's our side quest. We can connect, unless that wasn't the intention of that. Or if you have another idea.
The moon is a good place to start because it's like not very far.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That makes sense. Let's also let's keep the doubles thing in mind because of our big like sync with the lovers and everything earlier.
Yeah, that's a very.
That's just like a secondary. But I think the moon, like lunar entities,
lunar
like, specifically, it's because it's a full moon. We're specifically trying to communicate with lunar entities, and I've got my like spirit of communication here too.
Perfect.
Do you want me to go under 2 or just Bex or?
How are you feeling? I honestly don't have a preference.
I don't either.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'll do it too then.
The duel is somewhere like so much more compelling to me. It's hard to go back when we do duel and get such cool results.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Okay, let's do this.
So I'm just gonna sit here and offer color commentary.
One of these days, will we be able to tell them?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like a huge secret or anything. I just haven't ever had a community of people I felt comfortable telling that story to. So
I feel like next week is just going to be like packed with Jeremy stories, and I'm
it
like,
can be. That's fine.
Actually,
like why I don't go under. You mean that one?
Yeah.
And then like the Sicilian stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would like to have like another friend on soon, so that's also intention.
Yeah, folks should write to us if they want to come talk.
Yeah,
hang out.
I know, like maybe it's just like late or not your moment, and I get it. But like we can. This will just be like a thing, open call. Like if you want to join a WUFO, just hit us up. You're like, hey, I saw something weird, or I want to share, my UFO craft, whatever you want.
I just want to say hi, hang out, show you my snacks.
Yeah. tell us all the things. I'm ready to go under.
All right.
Are we cool with? Is 18 minutes going to be too long, or do you want to play it by ear? I can stop after the first because I don't have the looping feature on my phone. I got some experience like having to do an interrupted session like with Jim and Garrett on Maury Island, and it wasn't too bad to talk back in personally. So I'm cool with doing 9 and then throwing a little feeler out there, see how we're feeling.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Cool. We'll do 9 minutes then. And Willow's right on time.
Of course.
But here's the thing, I have to have my window open so like I don't suffocate. And she's just gonna like climb out.
Nobody wants you to suffocate.
All right. Snack report. Beep, beep, beep,
Just
beep,
mute me if I go too long because I don't have a timer.
Okay. No. Is there any way to...
No, we're gonna do that thing where we mute him and then everybody just goes away.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna fade out.
Yeah, he just leave him going.
That feeling gives me so much
Tonight's snack report. I don't know if we have an official snack report.
I had nachos earlier. And it wasn't an intention. It wasn't like a WUFO thing. I just like wanted nachos.
I got some potato chips to have later.
Some crisp.
Just plain old like ridge potato chips.
All right.
With
Kind to contact lunar entities.
Bye.
Lunar entities. See you on the other side.
Turn my volume down.
Club crackers. Club crackers are satisfying. I like club crackers. But I also like I'm one of those people whose vanilla ice cream is my favorite flavor. Like I love the flavor of vanilla. So what are you going to do? All right. Setting our intention to lunar entities, doubles, twins, buddies. The moon.
I forgot.
Oh, I'm so glad, Kai. Yeah, French vanilla. It's so good. I hate that it became associated with being boring. Is anyone with us tonight?
Dark path.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie, that's interesting.
Path.
Path.
Self-service.
It's long.
It's a new position.
Right there. Stop.
Dark path to where?
Stop.
Why should we stop?
Rewind.
Was it something we said before? Something that came up before? Is that why we have to rewind?
If the shoe fits.
Be kind, rewind. Can you tell me what's on the card I'm holding?
Daughter.
As much as they can
Mom,
be.
Dad.
Their fingers.
Somebody else, I think, pulled this earlier too.
They heard more.
Are you
Why
watching?
are you so suspicious?
Who is suspicious?
Foods.
Are you watching the moon tonight?
A shelter.
A shelter. Is the moon some kind of shelter?
And a decision.
Oh, Amber asked if I pulled the buck card. That's actually
setting a trend.
That's the back of the card from this deck. So the whole deck has. So
Starting with a seed.
what's your favorite snack?
In this conversation. The suspicion.
What is so suspicious?
Is it happening?
More is better.
A genesis.
More food?
Try focusing.
Cool.
Try focusing on what?
Buy and sell
Car?
copper.
Did they both just say car at the same time? I couldn't make out.
I'm learning stuff.
Fist bump?
Gravity and a center location.
Gravity and a center location on what? Of what? Can you clarify?
Very understated. Especially
They're here.
a
Are you here?
relationship.
In the morning.
They're here in the morning.
Choosing or just passing through.
They're here in the morning, choosing or just passing through.
Incision.
Relationship of two. How many of you are there?
There's a surefire way. A visual fee.
You want it?
Yes, we want it. Give it to us.
Shopping.
Oh no. Move back.
I had an interesting little visual just now. It was pretty brief, but I was seeing like a reflection of myself in this dark room of what I'm doing right now, but then the Estes method equipment turned into like medical equipment. But it was like I was wearing like remote or was it like VR goggles. Instead of, just a blindfold.
Which is basically what Garrett is.
But I was able to like fully immersively like experience what was going through the VR, I guess.
Wow.
But then at the same time of feeling that experience, I'm still like watching myself have this slightly alternate experience to what like is happening right now. As that for an explanation, I guess.
So for those of you following along at home, I just pulled out the King of Wands.
Behind you.
Metamorphosis.
Black.
Oh, that's the end of the first cycle.
Don't look.
I'll pull out and see how we're feeling.
Car dealership, cars.
I'm gonna turn up my volume. How are you guys feeling about that? How are we feeling on time and everything?
Well, we've only got 10 minutes, so
right.
Until 10. But it's up to you guys who are under if you want to. I mean, we can always hang out later.
Right. I like Jared's attitude. I got all night.
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled the King of Wands again while you guys were under. And so did Janet again. So King of Wands and the Lover seem to be significant.
Interesting. See, like, it'd be interesting to look up like some moon correspondences and see if you can find parallels between like the Lovers' correspondences and like certain attributes of like the moon and magic and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's
It
cool.
sounded a little I just got that vision and it kind of was like, so I'm cool with that. I'm interested in hearing what he has to say, and then he'll
remember we couldn't quite make it out because I was trying to figure out. So at one point you said something like that. It's like it's time to buy and sell cars or
copper.
What was it?
Copper. I remember that one because it made me think of my dad.
Okay, that's totally different because as you said copper and Garrett said car simultaneously.
Oh, interesting.
And so we were wondering if you had said car, because that would have been copper.
Sorry to ruin that, but yeah, no, it was copper. It was pretty clear.
What planet is copper associated with? Let me see. I'm looking at it.
Good idea. Good question. My stomach is growling. I always get hungry after these sessions, you guys. These WUFO Estes to really take it out of my tummy. I should like immediately snack. Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Bye.
So copper is the metal of Venus. And Bex pulled Venusian earlier, and the lovers are Venusian. So I'm wondering if we got some Venus energy here tonight. That would be interesting because we were kind of aiming at the moon, but are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you catch that, Bex?
I just came back. I had to get some cherries.
Oh yeah. Copper is the metal of Venus. Right. Exactly.
Wow.
Which is, the lovers, that association.
That's so cool. I didn't know that of course copper has like a association. I just didn't It's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So maybe we aimed for the moon, but we ended up hitting Venus instead.
How's that for our aim?
I was visualizing myself going to the moon and like jumping on the moon, and then kind of going over to the dark side of it. And I got this feeling like people were mad that I was in their house, kind of. And it made me wonder, like, I started having bad feelings a little bit. Like maybe we need a what's that called in Star Trek? The principles or whatever, the
prime directive.
Yes, like maybe like I can't just like knock on the door. I just started having feelings like that.
I always kind of thought that be nice to entities was our prime directive, kind of.
Yeah, totally.
But like, maybe that means like knock on the door before you go in their house.
Yeah, I was just getting those vibes. I don't know what it was. Anyway.
It's like an astral faux pas.
I know. I just felt like they're like, oh, freaking humans again or something. I was like, damn it. It was like, like when the possums shit in my backyard or whatever, like they were just mad that I was there.
Oh, yeah. That's true. You said rewind or reverse. Maybe that was like, go away, get off, go back.
And that wasn't, that came, but then it was much later when I started feeling that.
Maybe they were warning you
ahead of time. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like when I started getting into that darkness and it was like cloudy and I started feeling that. Anyway. It just made me start wondering like, oh, maybe we should have some kind of way protocol or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good idea. A good thought.
Like a knock or something or whatever that is.
I mean, that's kind of why they have like spirit summoning rituals, I mean, I'm reading a really, really excellent book right now. Let me see if I have it someplace. Stellas Daemonum.
Some light reading. It's like the Far Side is sitting on top of that. Like,
I love it.
Oh yeah. Anyhow, it's really good. It's about the traditional, like the folklore behind the names of like the spirits found in like the Lesser Key of Solomon and stuff like that. So it's like, what do their names mean? Where else do they show up? And what other traditions? It's fascinating, and the whole thing is founded on astrology, like the names of all of these entities, like, and all of these entities come from astrological traditions. And one of the things that he keeps talking about over and over in the book is how the contact with these things like has to be kind of like transactional, dare I say. That like there needs to be like a give and take, because he doesn't see them as like evil spirits or something. They're just like spirits which serve certain functions that humans call evil based on the cultural context at the time. Like, as an example, like one of the fallen angels used to teach women the art of makeup, like putting on makeup. And so they considered it an evil spirit, right? But that's nonsense. Like that was the cultural context, and therefore, so he's trying to strip all that stuff away and get back to like what these entities actually kind of mean and do. And so that's kind of what it makes me think of as like the ritual here in this case could be something that I don't know, like a bear bell. You know what I'm talking about?
No, what is that?
When you're hiking and you tie a bell to your backpack. So if there's like bears in the area, they'll be like, "Oh, something's coming," and like go off someplace different. But maybe like less, and we don't want, like, not trying to scare them off. In this case, we're trying to make them aware of our good intentions, kind of. Something like that. Anyhow, random collection of thoughts.
No, that's interesting.
I was muted. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I was like, my. I said, like, piecing that together is just trying to figure that out.
And the buddy system.
Yeah.
The buddy system. I feel like we should think it over for the weekend. Maybe everyone can think it over and figure out if there's something that we can do to where we can like meet them at a certain point, and then if they want to move forward, like we can do that, and we no longer have to like be that annoying pest. But like how do you navigate that? How do you like portray that? It's thoughts need to be put into this, but that's the seed. I remember the seed.
We could talk about it too in our Discord. And if anybody here is not in our Discord, joining our Patreon, joining the Liminal Earth Society at Patreon for $1 at the $1 level gets you access to our Discord. But honestly, if you really want to come and hang out with us in our Discord, like just ask and we'll send you a link. We want to make it open and accessible to everyone. So if you don't want to sign up for the Patreon, that's fine. We wish you would, but that's fine. But we'd be happy to have you in to join us our chats and fun stuff.
Perfect.
Cool people in there.
Yes. A lot of good people. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, I'm just thinking about next week now, and I'm thinking about who may be a good guest, or how we want to have a target for next contact session.
Well, I think we should do that. We should try to do the ritual again with the UFO water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, maybe we could talk this week about what if we want to target a place and how do we engage in a respectful way with that place.
I'm telling you, it's an interdimensional meeting place. It's needed.
Well, we have it. Yeah, that's true.
We could set it up astrally. We don't have to like set it up in real life. We could just be like, here's a picture. Here's where you go. This is the meeting place. We can meet astrally there.
Remember we were talking about turning the dream park into like a place, like that's like a meeting place. It's like the barrier, it's like it's just the place you meet for the jumping off spot.
Yeah.
So the dream park, for people that maybe don't know, is there's a park behind my house that we made a TikTok about where we try to get everyone to meet there in their dreams. And there was an object in the park that I left there that I was trying to get people to go look for in their dreams and find. So, and also the same raccoons that shit in my yard go down the slide on this abandoned park that's there.
You don't know it's the raccoons.
No, I have cameras out, and I caught
really
them. Caught the raccoons, I caught the deer, I caught the possum, I caught the
But
cats.
you didn't catch them red-handed or
Not
red-headed.
yet, no. It's one of them, though.
It's a wildlife advocate out here. I love it. Innocent till proven guilty. That's so funny though that like literally there are these animals out there that thinks that Garrett's property is like a public toilet.
So annoying. Oh my god. But it really makes me feel like, oh my gosh, like when I go to bed, it's like a party out there.
Yes.
And like to them, like that is their house, that's their place, that's where they hang out. Like
You're
I'm just a
sharing
blip
backyard
on
with
their
all of them.
radar, you know, like that's their yard to them, you know. It's amazing. Like it really put into perspective, like I'm just nothing to them.
Innocent until proven pooping in the solar toilet.
Garrett, I wonder what all of those animals were thinking that night that we did WUFO in your backyard.
I know, they're like, what are these humans? It's probably what they were thinking on the moon when I was just up there.
Yeah.
They're just like, what are these people?
They're like, we're giving you the most super moon of the year. Why you go to the dark side? Pay attention over here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, on that note, I think that it's a really good idea for everyone to go look at the moon.
Yeah.
I hear it super.
I hear it super.
I hear it super, and that is the Star Quest from Mainland. Yeah, we can do some extra fun stuff next week.
Yeah. And I hope we see everybody in the Discord and anywhere we hang out on social media. And donate to your local organizations that are helping houseless, women in need, children in need. For here in our area, it's Mary's Place. Yep. WUFO.watch/donate gets you straight there. If you can do it, please do it. And otherwise, this has been a nice one.
Yeah.
I'm going to think more about the King of Wands and the Lovers and Venus.
It's interesting. The buddy system, that was such a nonchalant breakthrough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love when that happens. Okay. Yep. Love you guys.
All right.
We'll talk
Let's
soon.
go look at the moon.
Bye.